Guessing, yeah. Oh my god, you have a kid? Wait, what the? How much time has passed?
Ramesses.
How much time has passed?
Moses?
Your kid looks
Is it
old.
really? Moses! Ramesses!
The power of God.
It's a stick. Oh shit, it's doing something. Oh snap! Pretty cool. Why a snake though?
Oh, impressive. Very well, Moses. I'll play.
This is your cliche. This is like your typical Disney or kids movie villain song. The villains always have a song, but you know, usually we get the lead villain, not secondary henchmen, guys.
Kneel to us and daughters power. You put up a front, you put up a fight, and just to show we feel no spite, you can be our acolyte. But first, boy, it's time to bow, or it's your own grave you'll dig, or you're playing with the big boy.
Dude, it's been at least 6 years. That kid's maybe like 5 years, 4 years. God's staff kind of, Moses' staff kind of killed your snakes. Just letting you know. He ate them. Oh shit. Ooh, angry. Very angry.
I do not know this god. Neither will I let your people go.
Ramesses, please, you must listen.
I will not be the weak link.
Wow, that whole weak link thing that his dad did that told him that one time really did stick with him forever.
Their workload has been doubled.
What the?
To your god.
What the hell?
Or
Unnecessary,
is
bro.
it thanks to you.
Unnecessary. It's supposed to be blood? Because that looked like... I would think that's blood. Yeah, that looks like blood.
Hotep, Hoy, explain this to me.
The trick.
Rest assured, Your Majesty.
Yes, we are going to demonstrate the superior might of our god. Abandon this futile mission, Moses. I've indulged you long enough.
Oh my god, you see how it's not around? It's not touching him?
Finished.
Not touching him. Only that's crazy.
No,
So,
Ramesses.
what did he think it was? Like,
It is
what
only
did like they
beginning.
put into the powder? What was that?
Moses, didn't you say?
Oh shit! Yeah, this is everything. Oh, yep. I don't know what this is. What is this called again? When he sends all the creatures, like the stuff, like the not the crickets, the flying things. Yeah. This is a song I've heard. Oh, the song I remember. There's one more that I haven't heard yet, which is weird because the movie's almost over.
How could you have come to hate me?
Are they gonna do the red X thing? Or the red mark on the doors? Are they gonna do that in this? That's dark too. They do that here? You know, I'm also thinking, you guys remember there was an episode of Rugrats that did this story back in the day as well. Am I crazy? Let's see, can I look at the monument or the mirror or whatever it's called?
Yes,
What?
but
You
one
don't-
must wonder why.
Look at the picture.
Because no kingdom should be made on the backs of slaves. Ramesses,
Your people,
Ramesses.
and I think it's time
the
I
hell?
finished the job.
What just happened?
There shall be a great cry in all
We
of
were
Egypt,
talking.
such as
It was
never
going
has been
decent.
or ever will be again.
Why? What's firstborns? This was a Duff firstborn. Oh, this part is so messed up. Because if you think it's one of those stories, oh, I thought you didn't have it. So many children are about to die. Oh, oh, what the actual, they are showing these kids be murdered. And then you hear them take their last breath. You're kind of killing your nephew, bro, a little bit. It's the breath, the final. Oh man, I don't know, man. This part's a bit. Woo. So kind of like very fucked. Cause yeah, like in real life, like you just killed my son. Your beef was with me, and you murdered my son. There's no forgiving this, man. Like. I don't know. You're the Pharaoh, right? You can't even see it, but
and your people.
I don't know. I would love to like see how this is like how people in their brains justify what this just happened right here, because it's such a I don't know way how he sees this, because it's very fascinating to like. I mean, clearly Moses was not down with this. He was like, this is messed up. What needs to be done so we could free, thousands or millions of people, but that's not Sandra Bullock at all. But this is the Whitney Houston Mariah Carey song. Or the one became.
Now we are not afraid. You
They really are just leaving. Oh, some of them are leaving too? Some of them are leaving too. Wow. Some of them, right? They're not gonna explain what happened, like what changed his mind. Just pure anger. What happened? You know what? If I'm a soldier, I'm like, you know what, Ramesses, whatever. I think I'm good. I'm just gonna go back. I just don't think it's worth it. We're about to be burned alive. Because there comes a point where, you just believe, okay? Like, I just believe now. Damn, this movie, from an animation standpoint, holds up so well. Look at this. Oh, amazing this looks. I've always thought in this story, I'm like, man, you gotta have so much faith to cross through there. The whale or a shark or whatever that is. That's a whale. It's a shark? Whale? What is that? This thing's huge. It'd be kind of cool if they were like diving from one into the other. That'd be kind of dope. Okay, so the fire went away. But then the fire goes away and you see this. Are you not like, I think we should turn around. We just let them go. I just feel like, okay, we're going. The guy in the back's like, Jim, I don't know, man. I think Pharaoh's lost it. Oh, the bumpiness, yeah. Oh my God, brother, I don't know, man. But again, I fully understand the rage he must have. You murdered his son, essentially. Oh. I was like, I gave you enough time. Oh, yeah, see, like, oh, man. Yep. I'm like, Jim, I told you, this was a bad idea. So many people just died in them. So many people just murdered in there, drowned. Must be something like just bodies. What actually happens next? Actually, don't know the story of, like, I can't remember the story. What happens next? Is this a trout? Did you make it to? Yeah, you're just on the other side. Like, are you just alone? Do you have nothing now? I mean, you have your kingdom, but is there anybody there? You could hear him. He has the Right? No, not crazy. It's so long since that was. You guys know what it is. Okay, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was The Prince of Egypt. That is a fascinating watch because of like how dark and deep and religious the movie is. Like the concept of like the story, the movie itself, right? Like I know that, you know, if you as you're watching, if you didn't want to believe in that part of it, if you just wanted to look at it as like a superhero cartoon movie or something else, you could probably do that. You know, forget about the God stuff, and it's pretty much all there to be just that kind of movie. Um, I actually do not know, like honestly, if this movie had like controversy around it, because I just feel like it's very dark. Children die in this movie. A lot of children, from being fed to alligators, being chopped, uh, their souls being sucked out of them. Like it's a pretty dark movie to like show children probably like under the age of like 10. You show them this movie, and this movie could be pretty traumatizing. Um, but yeah, overall, really phenomenal voice acting, I think. Really great voice acting. Solid pacing. I think that you could have added like another 10 minutes to really flesh out some stories, like the love story, or like him and how, like the story about him and his wife, even the story of how everything with him and his brother kind of collapses. I think we could have done like a deep dive into that, because I felt like when we were here, I feel like we were making headway. We were joking and everything, and then his son comes in and he just turns into this evil person again. I'm like, bro, we were making headway. What changed? Your son being here changed? Like I felt like we were having a moment. And then it turns into this dark ass thing of taking the souls and the final breath of the firstborns, and you're like, well, damn, so dark. And then another thing is he lets us go, but then when we're getting there, he just comes around the corner like a bat out of hell to try to kill us. I don't know what caused this. And I'm sure that if you read it, and it probably is explained, but I don't know what causes it other than the fact that, well, you kind of murdered my child, is how he would see it. So I guess that would be it. But I feel like that should have been a part of the rage or a part of the story that we see. Maybe the two magician jackasses get into his ear. I don't know. Something had to be there for me. And I feel like that was missing. And maybe that's not it. Maybe we don't know the part of that story as to why, you know, and they're just like, oh, it was the devil. Or it was some evil thing that just that happened, right? But the amount of death in this movie is crazy. Like at the end, just thousands of soldiers drowned. I will also say that his I'll call it his come to Jesus moment kind of happens very quickly as well. Like he finds out who he actually is. I didn't get a vibe like he was told by his mother, but I never got the vibe that his dad knew. But he made it seem like his dad knew later, and then later on with his brother, I'm like, he made it seem like his brother knew, and I'm like, does your brother know? He doesn't seem like he knows. He's acting like he doesn't know. And then when we come back later, his mom's dead, his dad's dead. And I'm guessing he has like a 6-year-old son, so I'm gonna assume it's been like at least 6 years. Be my guess. You know, the music is phenomenal, really great music, very great score, visually stunning to me. The art style, I don't know. I feel like there was more here that we could have explored with their story. We got a lot of it in like flashes, I guess, or like montages. This the other stuff is the story about the stuff with his sister, right? Like I never figured out if this was his brother or her husband. I feel like that was something that we could have done a deep dive into, right? I also thought it was fascinating the conversation that he had with his, the dad that raised the person that raised him, about for the greater good and all sort of stuff. Is very interesting. And the way that Moses tried to help and then he kills somebody, and that's fascinating as well. Like the way that they went with that when he just like freaked out and ran away. Yeah, I do feel like the romance though stuff could have been better. The stuff with the burning bush was really well done. Him helping out the girls was really well done. There was several times where the animation went in a style that I was just like, oh shit, we went that way. I guess we also didn't really he essentially thought his brother turned into a magician. Because then these guys started to do their magician stuff and their magic and everything, and he just kind of bought into that. That's what Moses was doing, which I find to be fascinating. Like the blood, and he's like, "Oh, look, watch how we do it," and all hell breaks loose. And then this song comes on, and it's just visually, you're like, "Man, what's happening?" But yeah, overall, it's a movie that to me holds up. If you want to show like a darker animated movie to like a child, if you want them to know the story, like it holds up really well. The pacing isn't too long. Like I said, I would have added like 10 minutes, but I could see why they wouldn't, because they want to add, like they wanted to keep it shorter. But yeah, pretty sure I was looking up, the Rugrats did an episode like this like in the 90s, I think. I remember that, seeing that, which was interesting. I don't know how that episode holds up. But yeah, overall, great movie. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to get out of here and talk to you guys later.